One of the biggest offline events is coming up this weekend. 36 players will battle out for a prize pool of €1,000. My guest today is a busy man at the moment. He's one of the people in charge of hosting the upcoming Gaming WinterFest. So I thought it would be a good idea to hear how busy it is and what we can expect from the weekend's event. Hello, Matthieu. How are you?
Hello, I'm really fine, thank you.
I believe this is the first time you introduce yourself for the people of Trackmania, at least for those who was not attending to the first event you hosted last year. Can you explain to us what your position is at Gaming WinterFest and what you do?
Indeed. So in the Gaming WinterFest organization, I'm the communication director. So I handle the social networks, all the graphics, the trailers for the event, and also I'm part of the core team that organized the event. We are 4 people organizing everything about the event. So I'm in this core team.
Yeah. We record this on a Wednesday, so it's like 4 days until the event is live. How are things going as we speak? Do you have control?
We have total control. We went to the place today to check if the electricity was okay. Tomorrow it's the network moment. So everything is handled. Is handled pretty well. We are really more relaxed than last year. Really, we are prepared better. So yeah, it's more relaxing, but still many things left to do, but not especially about the tournaments. The tournaments are fine and they are ready.
Okay, so it's safe to say that this year you're better prepared than you was last year because this is the second time you hosted, so you know what you're going to do.
Yes, exactly. We know what we're going to do. We know the people we are working with, and we know exactly how it's gonna be.
Yeah. Last year was, like I said, the first time you hosted a LAN event for Trackmania. Now that you had 1 year to think about it, what memory are you left with and what changes has been done to this year?
Well, this was our first event on Trackmania and also our first event, actually. So we learned many things. The memories we have from last year is globally a positive one. Still, we had connection issues on the first day, so we had to put the Trackmania on local network. This year we have a way better connection. We asked the city to give us a way better connection, and also the players told us they would like to have more space for their PC, for more comfort. So we changed the disposition of the tables and the chairs and everything, and they will have more comfort this year. It will be better for the players. So I think the experience will be a better experience than last year, which was already pretty positive.
Yeah. If you want to describe the last year's event with one word, what would that word be? And
exciting.
Exciting? The start of something great.
Exactly. That was our first event, and on Trackmania we had some of the best players in the world: Massa, Kappa, Kronos. So it was really surprising to have all these great players, and really satisfying to organize this event.
Yeah, it's a great start to see, like you said, attracting so many good players for the first time. No reputation, but still people showed up, and that's a good sign. And like you were talking about, there were some connection issues, and it was hard to follow the first offline event, like from home as a spectator. Is there any changes regarding this year? How do the fans of Trackmania follow this event from home?
Well, they will have a stream for Trackmania during all the weekend. We have a caster who will stream only Trackmania during the entire weekend. So you will be able to follow the Gaming WinterFest event during the entire weekend, from the first match to the grand finals.
Yeah, I believe that caster is Nelke, who also casters Gamers Assembly last year. So it's a good caster you have hired.
Yes, exactly. He approached us. Last year, Spam was our caster, but with the connection issues, the first day was a bit messy. So this year, we have a very good caster, and we hope no connection issues. So yeah, I think this stream will be great for people to enjoy the event.
For sure. I opened a question of the week on Twitter asking how people who people think will win the Gaming WinterFest this year. As we speak now on Wednesday evening, Masa is the leader. I don't know how much you follow the scene of Trackmania, but do you have any personal favorites coming into the event?
Well, I know Masa is really good, and since Kappa, who won last year, didn't come this year, I think he has a lot of chance. But personally, I would love to see Kronos win the event because, of course, he's French and I'm French also. I would love to see a Frenchie win this event in France. But I don't really take a side. I just love watching Trackmania players at a high level. It's really enjoyable to watch, really beautiful. So yeah, maybe we'll have some surprises. We have 3 players from Team Experts, many players from ARCs, and also against all authorities. So yeah, I think it's going to be a great competition. I would love to see a Frenchie win.
And like you said, the first champion of Gaming WinterFest, Kappa, will sadly not attend this year and try to defend his title. That means we will have a new title. Exactly. How much do you try to get the biggest players to attend to your event, and how do you do it?
Well, first of all, we are an event that tries to attract semi-professional players and professional players. And this is why we chose Trackmania as a game for the LAN, because this is a very interesting community. This is a small but engaged community. So with a 1,000 euros cash prize, we can give to the community an event they want to attend. So actually, we didn't have to do really much to attract great players. We just had to give them a decent tournament. And last year went really, really well. So I think the players just saw the second edition as the next step, the next natural step. And plus, we have the support from Ubisoft directly. They help us put the tournament. So that's a big help. That's a big partner. It gives trust in the event. So we just had to speak about the event everywhere, in the forums, in the Facebook groups, on Twitter, on your channel, through the votes, etc. And yeah, actually the players just bought their tickets.
Yeah, and like you said, it's a good thing that you focus on semi-professional players and professional players, because I think people attend to those offline events because it's good to meet up with the people that you only know from online, and try to chat it out and see who the face behind the nick is and have a good time together rather than focus on only just winning the event.
Yes, exactly. I think our main strength on the event is that we have big players, but the place is small. I mean, we have around 300 players in the same room, so everyone is able to speak with everyone. It's a very, very friendly environment, and I think this is the main goal of a LAN. You know, to be friendly. You can meet the people you know online, see your friends you saw last year. So I think this is one of our greatest strengths.
Yeah. And like I said in the intro, I believe you have 36 different players attending to the event.
Yes.
And they will battle it out for the prize pool of €1,000. And as for every organization, I guess that Gaming WinterFest has a goal. What is your goal with this event? Is there a certain amount of viewers you hope to gather this year? Or is this only an event in a longer plan?
Well, we have a longer plan. Of course, this event is just the next step from the first one. The idea is to learn, first of all. We made our first event last year. We learned many things. We did some mistakes, some good things. This year we want to make a perfect event at a middle ladder, I would say, which is 300 players. And next year we would like to grow, to be bigger, to have more cash prizes, more games, more players. So this year is about confirmation, and it's about having trust from the players. Show them we made 2 events that went well. We learned many things, and we want to give you new events bigger next year. So yeah, it's all about this. It's not just one event. It's not just a second edition. In French, there is 2 words for second. There is deuxième and second. And second means there is nothing after. There's not a third event. So this is a deuxième, okay? Because there will be a third, there will be a fourth, and all the events that would come will be bigger and better.
A little French lesson there as well, but as you said, I think it's a good thing that you try to use the reputation and to grow, to make the word out there and then grow year by year rather than just go in with, let's say, €10,000 and try to make something crazy the first time and then everything fails and your reputation is broken.
Yes, exactly. In France, there were an event this year called the Montpellier Esports Show, and that was their first edition. They had €50,000 cash prize. There wasn't a Trackmania tournament, but there were many games. But the event didn't went really well, and actually the people organizing it, it was their first event in esports. And we don't want to do the same mistake. We want to grow step by step. Today we are an association, okay, so we don't earn money with our events, but we want to gain trust, grow step by step to create our company later.
Yeah. Gaming WinterFest were nominated for 3 awards in the Trackmania Awards 2017, Offline Event of the Year, New Event of the Year, and Kappa winning Gaming WinterFest as a Performance of the Year. As a host of the event, how much does this mean that people appreciate the work that you actually do?
Well, it's really satisfying. Yeah, it's really great to see people vote for the Kappa's performance and for our event as one of the greatest new events of the year. I think this is really a good thing. Trackmania scene is really how would I say that? It's
I guess we are a small community where everything, if somebody does something, we appreciate it because we are not used to having such big events.
Yes, really engaged community.
Yeah.
Especially in France with the Zerator Cup, etc. So yeah, it's really satisfying to see that community is able to welcome new events.
Are there any goals for the Trackmania Awards 2018? Is there a title you hope to take home? Let's say Offline Event of the Year.
Yeah, for sure. This is this would be great. Maybe just getting on the top 3 of events of the year.
Yeah, I think that match of the year is my favorite category, and I think looking at the players that are going to this event and looking how trained they are, I think we can look at a grand final as a potential match of 2018.
Yes, maybe we have really good players attending. Yeah, that would be great to have the most impressive match of the year during the event.
The best way to market the event, showing a crazy match in the grand final. And maybe a Frenchie taking it home.
Maybe.
A hot topic in Trackmania is the future. We often hear what players think, but we do not often hear what the host of the offline events thinks. Why do you want to invest in Trackmania unlike others? Do you believe that the future for the game is great, or how do you see the future play out for Trackmania?
Well, first of all, unlike many games, when we organize tournaments in Trackmania, we have the support of the community and of the editor of the game, which is Ubisoft. So this is really this is a pleasure to organize an event on Trackmania because you are supported basically by everybody. So as long as the players like to attend Trackmania events offline, I think we will continue to do it. And for the visitors, the people that discover esports and gaming, Trackmania is maybe the best game to start with because it's really visual. You understand really quickly. That's just cars race, and it's really astonishing to watch on a screen, on a big screen, or on your PC. So it's great for the players. They want more offline events. It's great for us because we get the support from the editor. It's great for the editor because their game is still alive after years of being in the nature, and it's great for the visitors that want to discover esports. So as long as it continues this way, I think Trackmania is one of the best choice in competition.
Yeah, for sure. It's an easy, understandable game that even my mom can understand because it's 4 cars starting at the same time and it's the first one to the finish line that wins.
Yeah, and it's so enjoyable to watch. I mean, it's impressive how the players can race.
Yeah. Have you tried playing Trackmania yourself?
Yes, I've tried on Trackmania Nations. Yeah. I started on an old Trackmania. I mean, I don't remember which one. I think this was Canyon, okay. Or maybe an older one. I think it was older. Anyway, yeah, I always love this game. That's the kind of game you can play for hours and never get sick of it. Yeah. I remember when I was in middle school, I was playing with my best friend on Trackmania. He had Trackmania at home, and we just made circuits for each other. One was building a map, and the other was waiting, and then we were racing on the map. And yeah, that was. I have really good memories on Trackmania. I really like the game.
Yeah, and I think when you tried playing it yourself, you even appreciate what the players are actually driving, like looking how sick the lines are and how close they are. It makes you appreciate it even more when you try it yourself and see how difficult it actually is.
Yes, sure, for sure. Unfortunately, during the event, I don't have much time to actually watch the game, watch the finals. But I watched the grand finals of the first edition after the event, and I was really impressed by by their way to just take these maps and nail them. I don't know how they do that.
It's crazy. But let me ask you this. You were talking about the Serrator Cup that is also hosted in France and the Gamers Assembly that is hosted in France. Yes. Why do you think that there are no big offline events outside of France? Can we call Trackmania a French game with some international players?
That's a good question. I don't know why, actually. I don't see why there are not events. Maybe the French community is the more vibrant. I don't know. And maybe Ubisoft is only investing in French events also, because they see that the game has a bigger public in France. I don't really have a reason. That's just how it is, I guess.
I guess it's because Trackmania is created in France, and you had the ESWC that it was sort of like the home offline event for Trackmania. So
Yeah.
It's became the capital of Trackmania, and now in the newer time you have Zerator that has a big following in France, creating it even more central and making France the biggest country in Trackmania.
I guess so.
And you're helping with hosting your event as well, I guess.
I guess it's true. I think you're right. ESWC took a huge place in the Trackmania esports. I don't think they're doing it anymore.
No, they stopped in 2015, I believe, or 2014 was maybe the last year.
Okay, but still, it was a big thing. Trackmania Nation was developed for the ESWC, if I'm correct. So of course the event took a great part in this development.
Like you said, there is no ESWC anymore in Trackmania, so we miss sort of like the biggest flagship for offline events. Do you think that it's a place you can fulfill and maybe become someday the official world championships in Trackmania?
Well, someday maybe. Not this year. Of course, I think that the major event on Trackmania is the Zerator Cup in France. And maybe it will stay this way because it's an event only about Trackmania.
Yep.
So we can easily consider it as the world of Trackmania. I think we could become one of the greatest events on Trackmania in the world if we continue to invest on it. And maybe become the T-Walls of Trackmania someday if the game is still up for the players, if they still attend the events.
Yeah.
But for now, I think the Zerator Cup will stay the reference for maybe 2 years.
I kind of had to disagree with you, but Zerator Cup is the biggest event, but I think to call a world champion in Trackmania, you have to win a tech event. Zerator Cup is not a tech event, but...
Well, so yes, it's true. It's more like a show,
Yeah.
So yes, well, there is a place to get, I guess.
Yeah.
Vacant, and the place is vacant. So maybe we will take this place, but for now, with 36 players and 1,000 euros cash prize, I don't think we can call this World Championship or anything. Maybe in a few years, yes.
Yeah. And as long as you gather the best players and have the highest competition, I think it's safe to say that the player of your event will be at least the unofficial world champion of Trackmania.
Yeah,
but you're not only hosting events for the people of Trackmania, there's also some other things going on. What events are coming up this weekend, and how do we follow the other games?
Well, the other games are Heroes of the Storm, Overwatch, Hearthstone, and Clash Royale. So if you come to the event directly, if you come in Milan, you will be able to follow the tournaments, and also there will be many exhibitors, many independent developers, startups in the digital that will show their project, show their games. You will be able to try it out, etc. And if you want to follow the tournaments at home, we will have 4 web TVs, one only about Trackmania, one only about Hearthstone, and the other one that will switch between Hearthstone, Heroes of the Storm, and Overwatch. So there will be for every people, there will be something to watch at any time during the weekend.
Yeah, that looks promising. A weekend in front of the computer screen, cheering your favorite going on.
And in winter, I can tell you, it's better to be in a room with 300 computers that are heating.
Yeah. My last question for you. I will do a recap episode of this event because it's one of the biggest events in Trackmania this year. Next Friday with Nelky, who is the caster of this event, and Scottman, who is attending as a player himself. What do you think the story of this event will be? What feeling are we left with? Will we see an upset, or will we see a big fish taking home another offline event?
Well, as far as I know, there are players that are training for the event since many weeks. So I wouldn't be surprised to see in the grand finals 1 or 2 contenders that we are not waiting at all. I don't think the team expert is going to take all the prizes. I'm convinced that some contenders will take some of the prizes. So I think the final feeling will be surprise.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you have a name? Let's pick one name each for a winner. You have a name you want to pick for winner of Gaming WinterFest 2018?
Okay. As I said earlier during the podcast, I'm gonna put my vote on Kronos. because he finished at the 3rd place last year. So I think he is capable of getting to the grand finals and compete with the best. And because he's French, I'm going to support him.
I guess. My pick will be Masa from Team Expert. I think he will take this one home. But the question I forgot to ask you, because you're saying so much about France and how you're hoping a French will win. Do you think that the French people will perform better performing in front of a French crowd?
Actually, I don't think this has many influence on the way they play, because the public, maybe during the grand finals, but during the rest of the rest of the event, the public is pretty discreet. You know, they let the players do their thing. So I don't think it will really have so much of influence. Maybe the jet lag of the players coming from Czech Republic will give him some. I don't have the word. Anyway,
giving the home feeling and the extra help he needs to get that extra points for winning the event.
Maybe, but I don't think it has much influence.
Thanks so much for doing this. Do you have any final words for the people of Trackmania?
Well, we love the Trackmania community. We love you guys, and I hope we will continue to give you great events on Trackmania, to give you enjoyable matches, great finals. So yeah, just follow the Gaming WinterFest next weekend. If you are if you are close to Milan, come to the event. If you're not, just watch the cast. I think you will appreciate it.
Yeah. That's it, people. Make sure to watch the Gaming WinterFest this weekend, and next week I'll do a recap episode with Nelky and Scotsman. I'll let you have the final word, Matthieu.
Well, my final word will be thank you for inviting me.
No problem. Thanks, man.
And see you guys. See you next week.
See ya.